Charlie, De Gea saved the penalty. He saved De Gea saved the penalty. Man United got all 3 points. Congratulations, guys. David De Gea finally saved the penalty, and in the process saved all the 3 points for United.
What do you mean finally saved the penalty?
He was doing his job.
That's shock.
The job he couldn't do against Villarreal.
He was doing his job.
He didn't know what his job was when they played Villarreal.
He was doing his job. At the end of the day, it's 3 points in the bag.
Now there was a cup anyway.
We watched the game, and everything did show that West Ham is indeed a very difficult team to play against. With David Moyes, he's built a solid and formidable team. They know what they are about. They're well coached, well organized. At a point in time, it was becoming increasingly very, very clear that United will have to do something special to break them down. What a goal from Jesse Lingard.
Oh, God.
That wasn't a chance. He made it his own. He took up the responsibility, and he knew exactly where he had to put it to beat Fabianski. And the execution was spot on. Again, today in this game, Varane showed why United needed a centre-back like that. We watched the game, we did the game on radio, and it was again very clear that he's a top world-class defender. But Pogba was absolutely brilliant. My United biggest problem again is the young man from Brazil.
Fred.
Absolutely shambolic. Look, if at this level you cannot receive and pass the simple ball, absolutely shambolic. You cannot be playing at this level if you cannot receive and pass. Under no pressure, he gives the ball away. And to me, something has to be done about it. But having said that, it was a proper footballing game. It was a game that the two managers knew the strength of each other, and they did everything possible to nullify the strength of the opponent and then maximize their strength against the opponent.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, granted, I think the young man is going to score over 30 goals if he goes on like this.
Of course.
Because he's now a proper number 9. And game after game, he will get chances upon chances.
He doesn't waste them.
And he'll put them in the back of the net.
Yeah.
He's not even started scoring with his head yet. But
because you don't have players who can cross the ball.
Come on, there were crosses in the box.
Cannot cross the ball.
There were crosses in the box. Ronaldo will score with his head. And he will score so many goals with his head.
You have to change Wan-Bissaka for that to happen.
Go and change him for us. You should go and change him.
Koranteng. From West Ham point of view, honestly, Nimley alluded to it. West Ham are a very difficult team to beat. I watched the first half. It was end-to-end stuff. It was incredible. West Ham are so good. And this was a West Ham team without Mikel Antonio, and they had the chance to make it 2-2 if Noble hadn't missed the penalty. Yes,
they did. But it wouldn't even have been a chance to make it 2-2 had the referee been serious today.
Right.
It should have been 3-1 or 4-1 by the time
Noble got his penalty.
Noble got his penalty. 2 clear penalties on Cristiano Ronaldo. And this week we've seen a couple of decisions like that from VAR that really doesn't make sense. Because I thought the job of VAR was to look when the referee had made a mistake and then ask him to come and look at it again.
Yeah.
And on both instances, the Ronaldo instances, the referee didn't even have a look at all. So it means what VAR saw, in VAR's opinion, the referee was right, which was very wrong. And look, that aside, I think West Ham lost it because they settled for a draw. And it was down to attitude. At the point where United badly wanted to claim all 3 points, that was when West Ham had resigned just to sit back and try and hold on. And you could tell the players themselves were not on the same wavelength, because as at the 89th minute, when you are deciding to sit back and defend, Lingard shouldn't have the amount of room that he had in the box, because it was in the 18-yard box. You cannot allow Lingard to have that much room. And this is a player that spends the last 6 months of last season with you.
So they knew this is what he would do if you give him the chance.
You know him. You've trained with him. You've worked with him. You've played with him.
Right.
You know exactly what he can do and cannot do. And for them to give him that much room, they were obviously punished. Of course, I've heard a lot of people give David Moyes a lot of stick for deciding to sub in Noble to play that penalty. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Noble has been on a penalty scoring streak, and you can't tell me that
he scored his last 10.
His last 10. Look, and I'm looking at it from this point of view. Are you telling me that if a penalty comes in the first few seconds of the game, the player is okay for the player to miss it because that is his first touch or he has not warmed up into the game? No, a penalty is a penalty. He's experienced enough to take the penalty. I think we should give credit to the goalkeeper, David De Gea, for the save.
So it was a good save.
Yes, other than give stick to David Moyes, because David Moyes did what any manager would do. Trust your most trusted scorer to come in and take the kick, and it's just unfortunate Noble missed.